Welcome to all my dear CFA Society India friends in today's session, Staying Fit Home Users Playbook. I am Pramod Saraf and we are going to have a very special and unique session today with Simran. I quoted this unique because now we are going to meet a person related to us, but she is going to speak on a subject which is not of our routine, but extremely useful in today's lockdown situation, not only in India, but mostly all across the globe. Let me have some housekeeping announcement for today's session. This session is going to be of 1 hour, 30 minutes of presentation and 30 minutes for question and answers. All the participants can use Q&A for relevant questions. Your feedback are valuable to us. Kindly use the link available in the confirmation mail, and we will share the link in the chat box at the end of the session and in the thank you mail too. So let me, and most important is that this feedback is mandatory for the CFA Society India members to procure professional learning credits, which is also known as CE credits. So now let me introduce you to our esteemed guest, Ms. Simran Khosla. Simran is a fitness, health, and nutrition consultant with her own brand, but like an apricot, with current strength of about 3,000 clients from across the globe. In just 4 hours, 4 years of her journey. What she says is that it is not only physical health, but mental health is equally important in our life, and which is her own experience too, as an prolonged depression patient in her early days. Earlier, she was pursuing CFA as well as CA too, but she listened to make her passion a career and finally a fitness, health, and nutrition consultant from our own community itself. What a fantastic transition. It is like listen to your own voice, Suno Dil Ki. Welcome Simran on behalf of CFA Society India and its members. And over to you now as everybody is eager to hear from you. This is Simran now.
Hi, good evening everyone. Thank you Pramod for such an introduction. It really means a lot. And so today's session is all about workouts. I know that you guys have a session for nutrition before this. So I'll talk about workout and how it is so important in our lives, knowing that we are living at our homes 24 hours now. And see, I have also been into a corporate life and I understand how tough it gets. But sometimes we just make excuses. And I'm here to tell you that it's not just excuses. We can actually work on ourselves. So I've heard most of the times that we don't have enough time to work out. We don't have enough time. It's because our work is such, we can't get up early. Our timings are such, we have to work for such long hours. But my question is, not even 20 minutes, not even 10 minutes, not even 5 minutes for yourself. I think that's something that we really need to figure out, because when we say that we don't have time to work out, but you still have time to 20 minutes to talk to your friends or probably scroll on something or probably see something on the internet, I think we all have time in our hands, and 20 minutes is not much if you look at in a day. 24 hours a day, and if we feel that we can take out 20 minutes a day, I think that will really benefit us in the long term. What we do is we make such unrealistic goals for ourselves that we're not able to achieve. For example, if we feel that we need to work out 1 hour a day to attain that kind of body while working in a corporate life, you can't be giving 1 hour every day. So what about 5-10 minutes a day, then increase it to 20, and then keep it limited to 20 for about 3-4 months, and then increase it to 25. So all these small steps can help you achieve what you really want in life. But coming to something known as habits. Habits are something which we really don't think that we can maintain over a period of time. And there are two kinds of habits, good habits and bad habits. So my whole concern when you're talking about doing a workout or, deleting some bad habit out of your life. So to do a workout in the morning, what you can do is you can make your good habits, things for your good habits easier. And for bad habits, you can make it a little tougher. So when you're talking about good habits are such that when we talk about when we talk about, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Pramod, am I audible?
Yeah, you are comfortably audible. Please carry on.
Okay. Okay. So when we talk about good habits, what we can do is we can keep a pair of workout clothes at night. We can keep them prepared. Okay. And that makes our routine easier because we don't have to search it in the morning. But for example, if we have a bad habit, what we have, like for example, people, obviously I see people at the age of 30 also, addicted to playing games in bed, for example, PSP, or for example, watching certain shows. What if you know, uh, you keep everything in the box after playing that game, and you have to again keep it again in the next day? So what happens is that you're making your bad habits, things for your bad habits, even tougher. Because for example, if you keep junk at home, it's easier for you to munch on to that packet. But what you do is, if you don't buy it only, so every time you have to go to the market and purchase it, so it becomes tougher for you. So now the thing is, we have to create things that makes our good habits easier, like we can follow it very easily. For example, if you have to wake up in the morning, no one is telling you to wake up at 5 a.m. You can try at least waking up half an hour before your regular time. So you can take that half an hour for your workout. Coming to the importance of workouts in our lives, what we say that if our body is like a car, and I feel that if you're fueling a car, if you're putting fuel in a car, you're probably running it also. You're not keeping it at one place, right? Similarly with our body, if you're fueling ourselves with food, we have to do some kind of workouts. I know we all are doing some kind of mental activity, but physical activity is equally important. There's one quote that I deeply believe in, is that if you are educated, no matter how educated or rich you are, but if you don't know what to eat, and if you can't work out for at least 20-30 minutes a day, you're still uneducated and poor in a way. So you have to take out time for yourself. You have to at least take out 20 minutes for yourself. And my whole purpose of this webinar is that I guide you all with how you can make a workout schedule at home. Coming to this short story that I will share, while I was doing CFA and giving my CFA exam, I used to always wear my workout clothes and go to the CFA exam hall. And it is really funny because when I always used to think about that, I wasted much of my days because I used to study, didn't get time to work out and everything. I was like, once I'm done with the exam, immediately I'm going to work out. So that's the thing that everyone needs to have there in life, that probably no matter how tough the course is or no matter how tough your job is, at least 20 minutes for yourself. Because sometimes we think that our work runs us, but we run the work. And if we don't run our body, I think the work won't happen. So that's one thing that I'm here to explain you. And I'm sure after this session, every one of you will do something or the other to actually make yourself healthier. Everything is not about losing weight. It is not about losing weight. It's about getting fitter. Even if you're eating less, or people are going on diets or eating less, they're losing weight. But what about getting figure, getting a stronger health physically, mentally? And physical workouts have a great direct impact to our mental health. And people suffering with anxiety, people suffering with a lot of depression also can get better with physical workouts. I had depression for over 8 months, and because of physical activity, that really the impact of that went down. So talking about this slide that you can see on your laptops, talking about sitting is regarded as the new smoking, which is very true. And I'll give you an insight how. So once you're sitting on a chair for a prolonged period of time, what happens is that you start developing, your obviously body is not using any energy. So if you look at yourself, if you look at people who have a lot of fat surrounding their belly area especially, it's the extra energy that they are storing, the extra energy. So probably if you're eating something, right, and if you feel that you're getting fatter, what is that? You're eating more than what is required for you, or you're not burning more than what you are eating. So there are two ways of doing that, either eating less than required or burning more than what is required by your body. So now coming to, there are different kinds of workouts that you can do at home, which are very easy. But if you include that in your routine, it will just require 20 minutes of your day. And I'm here to guide you with all the kind of workouts and the type of workouts that you can do at your place. And being a part of this profession, I have actually, seen that I used to study for 16 to 18 hours a day. I've lived a corporate life as well while I was doing chartered accountancy. So I knew that how tough it gets But that time only I started taking out 20-30 minutes for myself. And that's the reason I'm here. And I'm glad to be here to actually guiding you all with the same. So talking about workouts, I'll tell you about, there are few kinds of workouts that you can do at home. So that's a no equipment full body workout. There's HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. Then there's circuit training, and there's yoga. So talking about no equipment full body workout. So what it involves, basically, it involves that firstly, you just need your body and no other equipment. You don't have to go to the gym. You just need your room, a space, and that's it. So for example, if you're doing that exercise, you're using your own body weight. When you use your own body weight, you're still burning calories. For example, if you're doing squats, and if you're doing squats, you're actually using the biggest muscle in your body. And when you're using the biggest muscle, it helps you burn more calories. So that is very important. Coming to a no equipment full body workout, I'll just guide you how to frame that. No equipment full body workout, we include all exercises that involves different muscle groups, multiple muscle groups. For example, we can start with squats, we can do lunges, we can do push-ups, we can do planks. So all these exercises involves the full body. Coming to the high intensity interval training, in that we use just 20 minutes to increase our heart rate. So when the rate of the heart is increased, we tend to burn more calories. So probably you do slow workouts in 1 hour and you do 20 minutes of HIIT, you burn more calories in HIIT. Talking about HIIT, how you can frame your workout is that in the no equipment full body workout, you're just doing 25 reps of one exercise and then going to 25 reps of different probably squats and then 25 reps of lunges. In HIIT, what you can do is you can do 10 reps of squats, immediately switch to 10 reps of lunges, immediately 10 reps of jumping jacks, and then you keep on doing that. So till you can use 20 different exercises and then you can complete your HIIT. Talking about circuit training now. Circuit training, in that we use 4 exercises and we make 3 circuits, 3 sets. So what we do, we complete 1 set, then we move to another set and the 3rd set. The benefits of doing a circuit training is that it keeps you, obviously your mind is very active while doing that because you have to continuously change the exercises. You're very active and you even use your full body resistance. So what happens is when your body is into circuit training, it makes your mind moves really faster. The benefit of doing these exercises is so much that your mental health becomes so much better. Your concentration levels increase. You try, obviously the life expectancy also increases. If you see people who are working out at the age of 50 or 60, you see them, they look even younger because it works as an anti-aging also. So when you're working out, you even reduce your body's age, which many people don't know. Probably if you're a 40-year-old man, and if you look at someone who is an athlete who is working out, he will look much, much younger. Why? Because the body age is reduced because of exercising. So that is a very, very important part of our lives. And I think one should completely concentrate on using their own body to work out. Going to the gym is not obviously feasible for everyone because of the working hours. But I think if you're in a room and the moment you get up and if you do 25 push-ups or if you go to the washroom, if you do 25 squats, I think the whole day you can move your body in some way or the other. Right now, I'm sure everyone would be sitting on a chair. How can you utilize your chair? You can obviously do legs in and out in your chair. You can obviously get up, stretch your hands, stretch your neck, and please move your body in some way or the other. Coming to the yoga part of it, yoga opens up your whole body. It's something that you can do for your peace. It is something that you can actually, utilize your whole body flexibility. So if you're having back pain, you can use yoga for becoming better. If you're having back pains of constant sitting, if your posture has become a little drool, if you can see that your shoulders are drooping, you have to use yoga in your favor. I think that will really help you. And obviously there's one more thing, when you are working for a long number of hours, you just have to relax after every hour and just breathe in and breathe out for at least 10-20 seconds. When you do that, you again gain self-control. What we do is we are always constantly looking at our laptops, we are constantly looking at our phones. What we use is we lose concentration. The eyesight also goes down, and what we do is our memory also goes down. So I don't know if you guys have discovered that or not, but we have started forgetting things. It doesn't happen with you only, it happens with me also, but I realize that and I try and work on that. So my own suggestion for you even the memory loss is so much for people is that because they're just constantly looking at the screens. You just have to give yourself a little bit of time, start breathing, concentrate on your breath. When you are even moving, just make sure if you're constantly having a conscious decision of keeping something. For example, if you have something in your hand and you just have to keep it, just make sure that you have your whole concentration is in keeping that. So it makes your concentration levels even higher. So working out is not just hitting the gym or running. It's not that. It's about even if you're moving your body. For example, if you're doing household chores right now, it's about how is your mind and muscle connection. Now, coming to people who are at home and doing household chores, how you can utilize your household chores for your workout. For example, mopping the floor is one of the greatest workout for your core, for your stomach. If you want to lose belly fat, if you feel that there's fat in your stomach and if you feel that it's jiggling, it means you can use mopping as one of the greatest exercises that people don't know. So mopping is one of the greatest exercises. Even washing utensils, your core is completely intact while washing utensils. If you're keeping your hand like this, you're taking support from your core, which is your stomach area. So you need to actually use your hands, your core, and you can, when you're washing utensils, that is also one of the greatest workouts, because your arms, your core is totally involved in that. And even wiping clothes or doing dusting, your arms are constantly involved. So this is one of the type of workouts that you can do at home. And something that obviously when you are at home and there are so many times that we are lazing around and we don't know what to do. The first thing is that you don't have to go anywhere. Get up, give yourself just 5-10 minutes, and just choose your favorite exercises. For example, I'll give you a routine. If you want to write it down, you can do that. And this is only for beginners who don't know how to start their workout schedule. You can start with doing 10 repetitions of squats, 10 repetitions of lunges, 10 repetitions of jumping jacks. You can do 10 repetitions of push-ups, 10 repetitions of again planks, 10 repetitions of jumping jacks, and then you need to relax for a minute. Then you repeat that set for 10 minutes. You will see your body will, of course, after 10 minutes, you will feel light. Right before our session during this webinar, I had 40-50 minutes in my hand and I was done with my preparation. So I kicked in a good 40 minutes workout. What it does, now my concentration levels are at peak. So I realized that working out gives me a much broader perspective of life. It has changed.
Simran, I just wanted to pause. There is an important thing which you shared about the beginner's exercise. So is it possible if you can give a small or some little demo? Is it fine for this time?
Sure. Should I do it right now?
Yeah. Please. It will be extremely helpful for the members. So I don't know it is possible or not. Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm visible, if my workout is visible. Just let me know if I'm visible.
Yeah, I will update. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm visible. Okay.
Yeah,
so what
perfect.
We will start with squats. Okay. So if you don't know how to do it, I'll just guide you. Okay. So your legs should be wide with the shoulder width. Okay. Now you go down like this and don't make sure your knees are not crossing your feet. Okay. So you do this 10 times. Okay. Now coming to an exercise which is called jumping jacks. What you can do is you just have to jump and take your hands in the air. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is one of the exercises. Right now, push-ups. I don't know if it will be visible, but I'll show you a push-up that you can do against the wall.
Okay.
So if you can't do it on the floor, what you can do is you can just keep your hands on the wall. I'll just 1 second. Okay, you can keep your hands on the wall. Okay, and you can push yourself. So anyone who is walking and have pain in their shoulders can use this strengthening exercise. Okay, one more exercise that you can do is you can. I think I'm visible now. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are visible. 100% visible.
You can touch the wall and you can go into a squat position and hold for 30 seconds. So whatever pain that you have, so you have to wait for 30 seconds. So once you are doing this exercise, it really helps your whole legs and your back. to strengthen up. You can do these exercises. For example, even if you are on your chair, I'll show you an exercise on the chair. Just a second. If you can, yeah. So you're sitting on a chair, right? What you can do is, you can just take your legs in the air and work on your core.
Superb.
You don't have to go anywhere. And especially, I'll tell you a few neck exercises that you can do. For example, if I'm sitting like this all the time, the neck also starts paining. So there are a few exercises that you can do. You can just push your head from your hand and put resistance from your head from this side. So you're doing it from both the sides. First, do it from your right. Then left.
It is like this and resistance from the neck. Superb. Yeah. I think this is extremely useful.
And then you have to do it from the back also. You can feel the pain getting released.
Yeah. It is a relaxing exercise.
So even when you're typing, there's wrist exercises that you can do.
Okay.
So when you're doing these exercises, that makes your hands stronger.
Okay.
Stronger. Okay. Now, a person who can't work out with very high intensity, who feel that these exercises are a little tougher for them, the best thing is go and do Surya Namaskars. Surya Namaskar is a form of yoga where you do sun salutation. It's called sun salutation. It has got 11 repetitions and you complete one set from 11 repetitions from both the legs. So you can have videos on YouTube. Even I can guide you with the same. So all these things are very important. If you can't do any other exercise, if you do 10 to 20 reps of Surya Namaskar, you would be sweating at the end of it. And it feels that your body is in such a flow and rhythm that you will enjoy doing that. So I feel all these forms of exercise are very important for people who, obviously, having such a job is tough. I completely understand that you have late nights, you have to work very hard, you have to, prepare files, work with clients. It's such a pressure. But again, what are we working for? Is it just for the money? Is it for the clients? It is for ourselves. We have to make it clear in our heads. I feel that sometimes when I was working in an office, and the reason I started this thing only because when I was working, I looked around, I was gaining weight, I was having hormonal issues, I was looking around and I was seeing everyone is doing the same. And that moment I realized, listen, maybe there would be 1,000 more CAs, CAs who would be guiding with accounts, but there would be no one person who would be doing it online, guiding people. So that's when I took this step. When no one was doing it, I thought that it is very important for us. And I took this step. I realized that people are actually ruining their health. Everyone sitting in office eating whatever they are getting. And that's when I realized that people...
Shraddha, Simran, can you give a demo of Surya Namaskar also, if it is possible right now?
Sure, I'll just try. Okay, so I'll give you a demo of Surya Namaskar.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to bother you a lot, but it is extremely useful.
I have to keep it somewhere in my room. I'll just tell you, okay? How to
do it. Yeah. Okay. Take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Visible?
This is perfect. Perfect.
Okay. So you take your hand.
Even participants can also do that along with Simran.
Okay, so you take your hand back, join it, and move back as much as you can. That's the first step. Then come down. Okay. Touch the ground. Take your left leg back and look up. Take your second leg back and then come down like this. Then get up. Then again make a mountain from your leg. Then take your left leg front and the right. And the same position, get up. So you similarly do it with your right leg, the same postures. So that's how you do a Surya Namaskar, and doing from both the legs completes one set. So even if you do 10 or 20, I think people would be sweating by the end of it. And it's a really good workout. So if you
I come to know. Extremely useful. Thank you so much, Simran. Yeah, please carry on.
So this is one of the exercises that I personally included in my life at a very later stage. So I started doing yoga about 4-5 months ago only, and the benefits it has, it just makes your body so light. It just makes you feel like that you're in control of your mind and your body both at the same time. So that's something I would want you to guys to include, because see, I mean, people who are working in finance, I know dealing with such big digits all the time into numbers, sometimes the concentration levels go down. And I have seen the curriculum, I've seen things, so that's why I can relate to it a lot. It's too much. It's too much. And you guys are doing such a great job. It's just that while doing a great job, you need to do a little bit of job on your body as well. Just work out a little bit. It's very, very important. I don't want the session to go waste if one of you also doesn't do something after it, and at least taking out 5 to 10 minutes of your time in a day for your workout. It's only for you to make fit mentally and physically both. You won't be seeing results in a month or so, but probably after a year you would be much a different person. And people say that aesthetics don't matter. I feel that they do matter when you're looking at yourself with confidence. Because when I used to look at myself 4 years back, it just made me feel like I'm good for nothing. And then I changed myself and just increased my confidence. Of course, education and everything is a part of increasing your confidence, but this also plays 20-30% role, which makes you feel more confident what you're saying. If you're dressing up well, if you're taking care of yourself, it just makes your confidence go even higher. And when you are concentrating on your work, so after my workout, if I'm working or doing some work, I feel much happier because I realize that I've given some time to myself also. Then I can give too much of my time to my clients or my peers. So that's what makes you feel that complete. Otherwise, you will feel incomplete because you will always think that I didn't give time to myself. And then you are 30, 40, 50, and then you are like, I lived half of my life and there's nothing left.
Life is over. So Simran, I also have a small request. Can you walk us through about the depression which you have gone through and how you came out of that? If you can take 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes about that.
Sure. So depression is something that people think that it's just sadness, and when you are sad. So I was 22 when I was in depression. So I'm 26 right now. So when I was 22 years old when depression hit me hard, and it was for 8 months. I left my job of CA. So I was doing chartered accountancy. I was in the CA final level, and I left my job because I was getting bullied at office. So I left that, and I just came back home, and I had nothing to do for 6-7 months, nothing at all. I didn't get into a good college because my percentage in class 12 was bad. So from that time, I had started losing a lot of things in my life. So when I left CA, then I decided to do CFA. I was in the depression phase only. So I'm just giving you an insight. So I decided to do CFA that time. And while doing CFA, I realized that I joined a coaching for CFA. I didn't attend that coaching because I couldn't get out of my room. Then I thought that I'll study on my own and give the exam on my own only and not take any coaching because I was not in a position to go out and meet people. So I was just in my room, stuck in my room. And the depression journey was that when I also had suicidal thoughts. So it was that bad and I self-hurting. So 2016 or 15, I thought that I think the life is over because everything, I had lost my friends also because of some reasons. I had lost my job. There was nothing I was doing. I was just sitting at home and just looking outside the window. And I thought that I think this is the end of my life and I couldn't do anything more. And then I left CA. I thought I'll start with CFA. While giving CFA exams, I started my own page on Instagram with the name of But Like an Apricot. I just started posting my journey. And CFA was fun. I was enjoying that. And that time, the depression period was almost getting over because I had found my passion in fitness then. But the depression period, so I used to start crying at parties. If I used to go out, my anxiety levels and depression used to come at such a level that I used to cry at parties. Whenever I used to go out, I started crying. I had no control over my emotions. And of course, you always think that there's end to the life and you can't live anymore. And I think you are done. And I had such thoughts and I thought, I think it would be better if I'm not a burden on this planet anymore. But I think few moments you just save yourself and then move forward. And when I started doing CFA, I passed the level 1. And then while doing CFA level 2, I was in the exam hall and I didn't write my paper. I saved money from my profession, whatever I'm doing right now, and spend that on giving my CFA level 2. And while writing our paper, I stopped in between. I thought that this is it. I found my passion. I went to the washroom while writing that exam. I still remember that site very clearly in 2017. I went to the washroom, came back, looked around, and I thought, I think this is not where I belong. Even if I come to the profession, I won't be very good at it. I realized at that moment, and I thought that I think this is the end. I completed whatever I knew, and then I thought that I think this is it. If I pass this exam, for example, I think my parents told me that you completed level 3. I think you should do it and complete your education and do it. I was like, no, I came back, registered for nutrition course. I started doing that. I started working on my business, and 2 years later, I got an international award also for pursuing my passion. So I think from depression to coming out and getting over it, I think that journey was great. And now coming to the CFA thing, I think it's a blessing for me. I think I'm very proud to be here.
Thank you so much, Simran. It's an extremely good thing, because I just asked it because I find many youngsters who are in the journey to become successful may stuck up in these kind of things, and this must become extremely useful for these people. So it is extremely important for everybody. Thank you so much for that. So you can now carry on with your presentation. Is it there something, Lal?
No, I think the presentation is almost done. I've talked about the workouts. If someone wants to talk, because I want this to be interactive, someone wants to ask questions. Like
Yeah. I have good amount of questions.
sure,
So one of the thing which I learned today is that most important, now squats, push-ups, crunches are required to be adopted by the CFA charter holders along with the alpha, beta, standard deviation, etc. It will often give you health and make you more young. So now another definition of alpha beta standard deviation is the setups, push-ups, crunches, which Simran told us. That is extremely good. And the second, another most important thing which you told is that the lockdown workouts, washing utensils, mopping, dusting, it's a lockdown workout. It is also extremely good for this time. And CFA helped you in coming out of depression. It is also one of the reason one can join the CFA. That is also one of the good. So now I have good amount of questions. One of the important question is that because in the home we don't have fancy equipments like gym. So can you guide us some kind of equipments which one can keep it in home? Of course, you told us about the non-equipment exercises.
yeah.
Some equipments like in place of weights, we can utilize something like bucket or something. So if you have something in your mind,
Sure.
please.
So obviously everyone has water bottles at their places, 1 liter bottles. So you need to fill the water bottle, take 2 of it, that will become 2 kgs, right? So you
Okay.
can hold the water bottle and do it. For example, if you have a bucket, you need to fill water in that. It will become, for example, 15 kg bucket then. Then you can do deadlifts with them. Or you can
Okay.
use a pillow. You can do Russian twists with a pillow, or you can do crunches with a pillow.
Okay.
Or if you have a towel, and if you have a towel, you just have to roll the towel, lie down on the floor, and just try and push the towel back from your hand. It will become a back workout. So all these things you can utilize for workouts.
Thank you so much. Very good. And it's most useful. And one of the question which I got is that, which is more important, weight training or cardio?
Okay, so see, both have their own importance. Okay, so I do both. Why? Because cardio is for your cardiovascular health first. It makes you burn more calories at the moment. Weight training helps you burn calories even 48 hours after your workout, till 48 hours. So what happened? So post exercise oxygen consumption, it happens. And so cardio has its own importance. Weight training has its own importance. Cardio helps you build endurance in a lot of ways. Weight training helps you shape up your body. So if you're looking
Okay.
and helps you burn more fat. We all have this thing that if you run on the treadmill for so many hours, you'll burn fat. But if you do weighted squats or weighted lunges, you will burn more calories and your body will shape up. So both have their own importance. I think weight training should be given 60%, cardio should be given 40% importance.
Extremely useful. Thank you so much. Another question which I have from our charter holder is that, can you share some tips on the facial yoga to keep facial look and muscles looking good?
Okay, facial yoga, I'll tell you. Whenever you're doing any kind of workout, okay, not only just yoga, if you're doing any kind of workout, it just helps you work on your face as well. So I'll tell you how your whole facial expressions and your facial muscles develop when you're doing a full body workout. For example, I'm telling you to jumping jacks, I'm telling you to running. Your face is also getting involved in that.
Yeah.
Probably when we hear about exercise, when you open our mouth like this and we keep on closing it, it just works on these jaw muscles. Yeah.
That's good.
But if we start doing jumping jacks, you feel like I'm jumping. So my whole body is, in the process. So the face muscle will also get, so if you have a big face, if you feel that you store most of your fat on your face, start doing jumping jacks, start doing running. I think it will really help you.
Thank you so much. I have another question. He's asking that I have gained weight and bad as breakouts due to hormonal imbalance and PCOD. Please advise on this. Can you guide on that?
Yes, definitely. So I have been an PCOD expert and I have cured more than 1,000 girls all over the world regarding PCOD. PCOD, obviously 90%, more than 90% of women have PCOD only because of bad lifestyle. So whatever we are eating and whatever hormonal issues we have, right, they both are combined. So you can't, obviously for a woman, it's very important because whatever we do, it directly impacts our hormones. And bad eating habits, obviously. So if you start eating clean means whole and unprocessed foods. And if you start working out, it will balance your hormones. And PCOD is a lifestyle-related disease. If you improve your lifestyle, PCOD will go away. You don't need any medicines. If a doctor is suggesting you to go and have a medicine, you really don't have to right now. Your first two doctors are your diet and workout. If they don't work after 3 or 6 months, then you can take your medicines. But I think it will work in another 3 or 6 months only. So for PCOD hormonal issues or hormonal acne that you have, you need to just change your diet. Make it extremely clean. Don't have any refined flours, refined sugar, and you will see a great difference in your body.
Simran, we the persons of finance are maximum on the screen time. So can you guide us something on the eye muscles and how to improve the eyesights, or at least keep the eyesights intact, not further deteriorating the same?
Okay, so I have also been one person who used to always in front of the screen. Okay, I mean, my work is also online and I have to be in front of the screen all the time. It's just that what I do, sometimes I wear blue lens glasses, because even no matter how much we are working on the eye muscles, sometimes it doesn't work because the time is so much. Sometimes if you see your screen time, it can go up to 12 or 14 hours also. So no matter, obviously I'm just being honest, I've also tried a lot of times, but the thing is, it doesn't happen because the lifestyle is such. But of course, you can include certain kind of foods that can help you get a better eyesight, which is obviously vitamin A rich food. And vitamin A ke saath, you can have a beta carotene food, which is, for example, if you're having egg yolk, you can have sweet potato, something along with that. So probably you can combine both the things and, have a better eyesight. But it happens only when you do it for a very long time. It doesn't happen like that because eyes are something that are getting utilized. And I won't lie, because these days it's not possible, to improve the eyesight that much. But there's one exercise that you can do. You can just take your finger and just try and concentrate on the finger for about 1 or 2 minutes. That will help you. This will work on your eye muscles. So that's what you can do.
Thank you so much, Simran, on this. And I have another question, because a lot of the charter holders are on the sitting job. So can you guide something on the lower back problem? Because as the time passes, age happens, lower back problem is a common problem in maximum of the persons who are in the sitting job. So okay, can you guide on that?
Sure. Firstly, lower back problem develop of excess weight on the lower back. Everyone develops weight on the lower back. I think the first place that everyone develops weight is on the lower back and the lower belly. Okay, there are a few exercises. If you want to, I can show you a few exercises that you can do for lower back. Would that be fine?
Yeah.
Okay. So coming to the first exercise, I'll just show you.
Please.
Okay. It's called Superman. I don't know how weird it is for me in quotes.
Okay.
It's called Superman. Okay, so you lie down. Okay, and you raise your hands like this and your legs like this. And focus on your lower back. Focus on your lower back. So when you do that, this area starts working.
Okay.
This area starts working. So this is one exercise. The other exercise is a deadlift. So you go down, okay, like this. If you have something, you can hold it or touch the floor and slowly come back. Do it 10 times a day. You will feel great difference in your lower back. The reason it happens is only because people don't work out that much.
Okay. Simran,
Yeah.
hello. Yeah. So it's a great help from your side. I have another question which is unique. One of our member or participant is asking that she or he was taking antidepressant till April 16. Then she
Okay.
stopped. So what that lead to any, will that lead to any health issues or the body problems?
Yes. Okay. So it could lead to weight gain. It could lead to different functioning of your body, because when you're having antidepressant, it might have just steroids in them. And whenever, like, your biggest antidepressant should be your workout. It's like the most underrated antidepressant. So if you're in depression, start working out. And I use that. So my parents were completely against taking medicines. Had to visit a psychiatrist. I had to, I was given medicine, but I didn't consume any of it. I started working out. So if you've taken antidepressant, how you can reverse it is that start working out. It's your natural antidepressant.
That's good. That's good. It is really helpful. So another question is that can you suggest something on the diet? Because what will be the diet in routine for a person who is more on the sitting job?
Okay, so firstly, it would be something. I'll just give you a few tips because everyone's diet is somewhat different. So I'll just give you a few tips where you can concentrate and include in your daily routine. So whenever you're eating, okay, what we do is firstly start having your meals in a smaller plate. So probably if you're having a meal in your bigger plate, start having a smaller plate. Why? Because when you see something, you actually, if you're putting so much of rice or dal in your plate, you tend to finish it. But if you put it in a smaller portion, you will feel full. Our mind is very, very smart. If you're eating in a small portion, sometimes they'll make you feel full in that portion only. So start eating in smaller bowls. Second thing that you can do for the diet is that when you're eating something, or probably when you're eating something that is in a packet, try and put it in your bowl and eat it. What we do is while working, we just take a packet and just complete everything that is in the packet. So that's one thing that you do. Coming about intake of water, the intake of water is really less. So I'll tell you a little general diet that you can at least start including. As in when you get up in the morning, try and at least have 2 to 3 glasses of water. It is very important. Every meal should have a portion of green vegetable. You can't be excluding your green vegetable. For example, if you think that for Indians, the lunch could be a rajma and rice, but still the green vegetable is missing. So I still feel it is incomplete meal. So try and have a portion of green vegetable, whatever you are having. And your snacking options should include more of fruits, peanuts, makhanas, all these things, not namkeens, biscuits. So you need to make a difference and choose a healthy option, and which is more natural. And the nature provides us. So that's how your diet should be framed.
That's great, Simran. Another thing which I was reading somewhere, that mental and health, if it is not maintained, then it is another kind of smoking. So even you told about it. So can you elaborate on that? That sitting for prolonged hours is also a kind of smoking.
Okay. So when you're sitting, like I said, when you're smoking, you develop a heart disease because your arteries get blocked because of smoking, right? Similarly, if you, while sitting, you start gaining on your lower belly. People with lower bellies and having fat in the lower belly or the lower back are more prone to getting a heart attack or a
Okay.
cardiovascular disease. So if you look at yourself, you feel that you're developing fat in your lower belly or lower area of your body, it is very risky for the heart. So that's why it is said that it is same as smoking, because the effect would be exactly the same. You
Got
can
your
have a
point.
cardiac arrest, you can have a heart attack because of this. Obesity also.
Superb, superb. And you mentioned somewhere BLAP. What is it?
BLAP. So it's a short form of but like an apricot. Also, I
Okay.
call it also it's a BLAP diet, which is balanced lifestyle and appetite plan. Like I said, the meals should always be balanced. So it's balanced lifestyle and appetite plan. So that's BLAP.
So do you have some suggestion on some tasty detox drinks which are to be replaced as a carbonated drinks from our day-to-day life?
Okay, so there's one tip I'll give you all, and which I follow, and I think that has changed my life. It has never drink your calories. What does it mean? No fruit juices, not even fresh fruit juices. So what you can include. See, every time you drink something, it doesn't curb your thirst. What you need, you always need water, right? Every time we all need water, right? Pramod, we need water to curb our thirst, no matter
Yeah.
what is available. Yeah. So why not make something with that water? Why are we looking at something which is sugary? So what I personally do is, if you want a detox drink, so what I do is, I'm these days when it's really hot, what I do is I make a cup of green tea. I add a lot of ice in it. I add mint leaves and I add lemon in it. So it becomes like a cool mocktail that I can have without any calories, and it has just 0 calories. It has no calories in it. For example, if you're having fruit juice, right? You're even having a fresh fruit juice. Fresh fruit juice would include 4 oranges, for example, to make a glass of juice. Every orange will consist about 40-50 calories. It becomes 200 calories with a lot of sugar, then insulin spikes in the body, and then more fat storage. So my suggestion is, whenever you're having, just have a no 0 calorie drink, or if you want to have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, just make it without sugar. So that's something that you can have. And the detox drink, you can just add water, add sliced cucumbers in it, add mint leaves, add lemon, and keep it in the fridge and keep sipping onto that all day long. So I think that will give you flavor also.
I got your point, Simran, and this is available in the lockdown also. And
Yeah.
it's the thing which is readily available right now, even at your everybody's home. There is one important question from somebody that that person is having multiple joint arthritis. What kind
Okay.
of training would be suitable for him?
Okay. So kind of training. Obviously, you have to figure out where is your pain. You need to consult a person who is actually, very trained in that. My forte is mostly, nutrition and training people who have fitness goals. Arthritis, of course, if you talk about the diet, I can completely guide you with that. But the workout, you need to have a person trainer who's taking care of all your joints. Because if I tell you a workout right now, you probably might enjoy yourself. So you need to have someone with you there who can guide you with all the exercises. And if I get to know about where are you having joint pains, then I can guide you. But the workout, if you want the arthritis to go, concentrate more on your diet, because after that you will be able to do better workouts.
Excellent, Simran. This is a very valuable information you have. And there is another health related issue. If someone has low blood pressure and gets sugar cravings, what should be the way out? Do you have any idea?
Sure. Yes, of course, I deal with a lot of blood pressure patients. So the thing is, when you have low blood pressure, I suggest you to have a glass of Nimbu Pani immediately. How it helps? It has vitamin C. If you add rock salt in it, it will really, give you instant energy. And if you want to add something which is a little bit of sugar, what you can do is you can add a little bit of jaggery powder into it. So jaggery powder, a little bit of kala namak, and lemon in water and ice. So immediately drink that, or probably have an orange or mosambi. That will help you, with kala namak. So that will give you instant energy. That's what you, or coconut water with ice and black salt. So I think that will help you.
That's good, Simran. I have another question. Do you have any idea or tips on the mental health workout? Any idea about the meditation or something? If you can guide.
Sure. Yes, definitely. So what I do is, uh, so I recently started meditating, and I just do, see, sitting for 5-10 minutes is also tough. For people, I am a very hyperactive person, right? So for me, sitting at 5 to 10 minutes at a certain place, it's tough. So what I do is I just put a video uh, on YouTube. What I do is I just sit down, not think too much, and listen to whatever they are saying. Okay. So for mental health, that is important. Yes, keeping your environment clean. What environment are you living in? If you're, having people who are just talking negative, who are just blaming, you're doing things that actually ruins your mental health. So you need people to lift you up. No matter how much meditation you do, if you come out to an environment which is bad for your mental health, you will not improve. So I feel that creating a good environment for yourself and doing some just down for 5-10 minutes and just feel every thought in your body, every body part. You just feel it through your mind. And there are, of course, brilliant videos on YouTube that you can listen for meditation and do it. I think it's really nice.
Very nice, Simran. I have another question. How to improve concentration level in children? Is there any exercise?
I'll tell you, see, every person concentration doesn't last for more than 20-30 minutes, no matter what you do, what age are you in. So when we force children to sit for 1 2 hours to study, we are ruining their concentration levels. If you see every class, even in schools, classroom used to have just half an hour periods. Why that used to happen? Because after that, a person or child loses concentration. So even if you're forcing your child to sit beyond half an hour, that's something that you need to figure out. If your child has concentration levels about 10-20 minutes, just make it a little fun for him. So whenever you're making him study, just make sure that the child is actually having fun while studying. If you're just forcing your children to increase their concentration, it won't increase like that, because children don't have that kind of mind. So you have to create fun for your children, and if they see you doing your work with complete concentration, they can actually follow you. So if you're just shouting and creating more pressure on them, they won't follow it. So I don't think so. There's certain exercises that the children can do, but yes, putting them in sports is very important. That can increase their concentration levels.
Thanks, Simran. I have another question. Is there any exercise for improving the cervical vents? Because lot
Of
many
course.
charter holders or members have the sitting job and they face that kind of problem.
Of course, Surya Namaskar is the answer. Yoga
That's
and
great.
Surya Namaskar is the answer. I'm telling you, Surya Namaskar has so many benefits that if you're working, if you can't lift heavy weights, you can always do Surya Namaskar.
Even good amount of members are in the sitting job, as I keep on repeating. So can you give us 3, 4, 5 kind of exercises which they can do while sitting in the office itself? Because maximum of the time these people are having the 8 to 12 hours, sometimes 14 hours sitting job. Of course, they are moving around somewhere, sometime getting up, sitting again. But it's a rigorous, constant working which is on the sitting job and the screen time. So
Okay.
anything more on the neck exercise, something?
Sure. So the exercise that I told you, then we can do neck rotations like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we try. So whenever we're sitting in a seat, we shouldn't be trying and sitting like this. We need to be upright and try and maintain that position for at least 5-10 minutes. Coming to the 5 or 6 exercises that a person can do in office while staying in office. So starting from the shoulders, of course, the neck exercise I've told you. Starting from the shoulders, I told you to do wall push-ups.
Yeah.
Wall push-ups. And whenever you're sitting, just make sure you're squeezing your stomach inside. When you're sitting, just make your stomach is inside and your back is straight. So that will help you work on your core. And even if I told you to just move your legs in and out like this, just this
Okay.
on a chair, you can easily do that. I think I've also done it in my office. So then talking about the squats that one can do, there could be lunges. I know push-ups is not possible in an office, probably squats, lunges, and of course, if you have lifts in office, don't use that. Try taking the stairs if you're going up and down. If you have just 5 minutes for yourself and you want to go for a lunch break, just do 5 to 6 rounds of going up and down the stairs. So people might find it funny or make fun of it, but if everyone does it, I think that would be a great thing for whole organization.
Thank you
Just
so
taking
much,
the stairs.
Simran. Yeah. It is a kind of good help from your side. Another kind of question which I received is that lot many members or attendees are on the business travel good amount of time. They have to have almost sometime 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours flights also in the aircraft. They are sitting idle there. So can you guide us with some kind of exercises that they can do while they are traveling or in the aircraft?
Okay, so Eric, of course, is tough because people are sitting with you, and it becomes a little tough. So obviously, the movements, the stretches you can do with your hands, your necks, that's what you can manage. Doing a proper exercise in a plane, of course, you can't even remove your seatbelts for a long period of time. So one thing I would suggest is that just carry your own food. That time you can just concentrate on your diet because anyways you're eating. Why not eat good food? If you can carry food, or if you can have, if you don't buy stuff from the aircraft, or if you carry some food with you, I think that would be a better option than just working out in an aircraft. I think concentrating on the diet is very important that time.
Thank you so much, Simran. You have answered good amount of questions for our members, and I think they are extremely useful for the people and the members, friends from the CFA Society and the participants also. A good amount of questions which I received, maximum of the questions are on reducing the belly fat. So can you have some super special tip for reducing the belly fat?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah,
Yes,
Pramod, can
Simran,
you
you're
hear me?
connected. Yeah. Please carry
I
on.
think there's some. I think the weather has gone
Here's what I
really
found on the
bad
web.
out here, so the electricity has gone off. So I think the weather is,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to rain. So yeah, so I was just telling you for belly fat, probably one thing is that control on what you're eating. Like I said, portion control. Second thing, lots and lots of water. What we do is we think that we are hungry, but we are actually thirsty. So what we can do is we can have more and more water, and that will help you reduce the belly fat for people. So I think increasing the intake of water, not snacking at night. One of the major reasons people gain belly fat. No snacking at night, not at all. Because what we do is after having dinner, we start feeling hungry because of our working hours. So that thing that needs to be reduced, and more of vegetables in the diet. So even if you're having dal or rice, just make sure you're having a portion of vegetable. I think that is very important.
Then how to reduce pizza and burgers from our life? It's tough.
Okay, it's tough. For at least 3-4 years I didn't have a slice of bread also in my life, and that has helped me. You know what, pizza and burgers just spike your insulin levels and make you store more fat. So if you want to have it once a week. So
Okay.
tonight only it's Saturday and we family have decided that we will do a little bit of party at home. We'll have a pizza with a lot of vegetables on it. But that's once in a week or once in 2 weeks. So you can have your favorite meal once a week. It's just that what you're having 90% of the times that matters a lot.
Thank you so much, Simran. You have given good amount of insights for our members. It is extremely useful. And I think this is an extraordinary session we had today, useful for all our members, and especially at this right time of COVID-19, working from home situation, or to say an opportunity to learn something new, to be a part of the new coming, which is new normal days. So thank you so much for that, Simran. And
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
yes, thank you so much. And for all the participants, remember to take the survey, especially for CFA Society India members, to fulfill this C credit requirement. Recording of this session will be available on CFA Society India YouTube page on within 7-8 working days post this session. And the presentation which was shown here is not going to be shared with anybody. You can have the handouts of this after this session, or with in the chat itself. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much all the persons from CFA India Society. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Simran.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.